Have you ever been stuck between two options at work and both of them felt wrong? Push back or go along, challenge the decision or let it go. When that happens, most managers try to make a decision too soon, too fast. But two bad options are often a sign that you're trying to decide before you fully understand the situation. In this video, I'll show you how to recognize that trap, the question that helps you uncover what you're missing, and how one manager used it to regain influence without pushing harder or giving in. One of my clients was caught in exactly this position. Another team had offered to help. His team was behind, and to him, the solution was obvious. But his VP said no, and his counterpart also had said no. So he was standing in the middle of it, convinced he knew what he needed to happen, but without the support to make it happen. What helped him move forward wasn't a better argument. It was one question that proved to him he was actually solving the situation too soon. So my client started doing what capable managers often do when they feel responsible for an outcome. He cycled through his options. Do I push back? Do I go along with it? Do I find a workaround? Do I let it go? Around and around. This reaction made sense. His team was behind, help was available, and he felt pressure to keep things moving. Of course, he wanted to find the right move, but he was trying to choose between two options, before he fully understood why those options existed in the first place. This is the either-or trap. The situation starts to look like it only has two doors: comply or resist, follow or fight, accept the decision or challenge it. And once your thinking narrows to those two choices, both can feel like losing. Here's what I want you to notice. When you can only see two options, that may not be the real situation. It may be a sign that you do not have enough information yet. If this is helping you see your own situation differently, go ahead and like the video. There's probably something you have not understood, something you have assumed, or a conversation you have not had. So going back to my client, I asked him, what do you actually not understand yet about why your counterpart is saying no? And that was it. The question that unlocked his thinking. Because he had been so focused on what to do that he had not asked what he still needed to know. He had already created an explanation for the resistance, but it was based on assumptions. Maybe his counterpart was being stubborn. Maybe he was protecting his territory. Maybe this was old school silo thinking. Those explanations might have been true, but he did not know that yet. He had not gone to his counterpart and asked, what is driving this for you? What are you seeing that I am not seeing? What concerns does this create for you? What would need to be true for this to become a workable option? Without those answers, he was trying to influence a decision he didn't fully understand. That one question changed the situation for him. He was no longer choosing between complying and pushing back. His next move was to understand first, not to convince his counterpart, not to challenge him, not to arrive with a stronger argument, to get genuinely curious about what was underneath the resistance. That conversation could do one of two useful things. It might reveal information that changed my client's own thinking, or it might give him this information he needed to influence the decision more effectively. Either way, he would no longer be arguing against an assumption. And then he said something important. I think I have more influence here than I realized. I just haven't used it yet. Wow. This is the kind of shift I help managers and directors make in my coaching. Seeing the pattern that is keeping them stuck and finding a more effective move inside the situation. If you're facing something similar, you'll find a link to schedule a strategy call in the description below. My client had initially experienced the situation as something being decided around him. His only choices seemed to be surrender or opposition. But what he was now realizing is that influence didn't mean he would have to force a third solution. It now meant he could ask the question that could reveal one. The situation had not changed yet, but his position inside of it had. He was no longer reacting to the decision. Remember, pushing back or go along, challenge the decision or let it go. Now he was participating in how the decision was being made. Think about a situation at work where you currently feel trapped between two options and neither one feels right. Before you choose one, ask, what do I still not understand about what is driving this situation? Then go find out. Because the third move is often not another solution you need to invent. It is a conversation you have not had yet.